Expectations run both ways. It's easy to forget that. I'm very clear in my mind as to what I expect of my wife, but it's easy for me to forget to consider what she expects of me. And sometimes I don't even know what she expects. When Tony and Maria got married, Maria wanted to have several children as soon as they could. And she hoped to leave her full-time job as an accountant to be a stay-at-home mom once their second or third child was born. Since children and being a mother were very important to her, she assumed that Tony wanted the same things. So they didn't ever really discuss the details of family. They both wanted children, and they figured the rest would take care of itself. After their second daughter was born, Maria told Tony it was time for her to stay home and be a full-time mom. Tony flew into a rage. "What are you talking about? We can't afford for you not to work. I don't make enough money for us to have a good life without you working too. Why are you just now sharing this with me?" Maria had an expectation of Tony that he never knew about. Neither of them had ever thought to discuss the details of family until the children began to arrive. Tony failed to meet Maria's expectations, and he was hurt. He felt like a failure when he realized that she hoped for something he didn't feel like he could do. It also had never occurred to Tony to think about family from Maria's perspective. He had his own expectations that he wanted Maria to meet, but he didn't have the awareness to realize that she had expectations in this area too. She hadn't brought up her hopes, and Tony had never asked. When someone has an expectation that goes unmet, an expectations gap is created. And what fills the expectations gap? Disappointment, resentment, anger, frustration, and loss of trust. Awareness that your spouse has expectations of you can prevent the pain that expectations gaps create. What do you think your husband or wife expects of you? Being able to answer that requires awareness. When it comes to your friendship, do you think your fiance expects you to be her best friend? How often do you think she would like the two of you to have a date once you're married? What is your plan for nurturing your relationship in the years to come to keep that friendship strong? When it comes to conflict, how do you think your future wife would like you to speak, act, and treat her in moments when you disagree? Do you think she expects you to be passive, emotional, cool, or rational? In the area of family, how many children do you think your husband-to-be hopes to have? How do you think he expects the two of you will raise your family? How do you think he will expect you to interact with his family and vice versa? Finances can be challenging. Money usually is the source of the largest number of conflicts in a marriage. What might your future husband expect of you in this area when it comes to making money, saving money, spending money, borrowing money, and giving money to help other people? There are a lot of areas where we have expectations of each other. Expectations are good. We all have them. But the key to expectations is to be aware of them, to communicate them honestly, and to manage them together. And of course, sometimes that will require sacrifice. Awareness of what your spouse expects of you can prevent the pain and loss of trust that failing to meet expectations can bring. After all, the hardest expectations to meet are the ones you know nothing about. What does your spouse expect of you?